we are at the first courtyard entry to 572 Lincoln Avenue, Suite B. It's only 35 feet away from the street, and this is the premises we're going to be offering as non-retail space, which is a rare ground floor opportunity in Winnetka. So why don't you come on in and we'll give a tour. Okay, the space is fully improved. It was a design studio before. The floors are stained concrete. Where this opening is right now, this is going to be a solid wall. To the east of me will be the retail space where Darton Portrait Studio will remain. So this will be a foyer entry. And then coming over here, this can be a number of different things, including reception. There's another entry from the courtyard right here. So this could conceivably be a separate entrance if that were something beneficial to your business. Coming on through, you have French doors. And the French doors lead into a conference room. There are bookshelves behind here for a library, right over here behind this column. And then it is fully wired for phone and data down here. It's a great place for audio-visual presentations. It's also wired for cable and for music and for alarm. Okay. The space here can be a number of different things. It can be a spec library, it can be a series of medical offices and exam rooms. Over here, this prior was where there was a copy center and filing system throughout. The first private office is right through here. This private office, the only difference between what you see now and what you will see is we are going to be putting the transom window right up here. So this will have natural light. And again, coming this way, there are French doors for this office. And we're back, to where we were. There will be a wall here, so this will be closed space. None of the stuff that's in here will be here. That's where we first started. And coming back this way into the main part of the space, we would be able to get, a lot more private offices with windows in, at least 3 of them. So you saw the one. The second, we would envision having another diagonal wall just like this one coming out at a 45, cutting over to the middle of this space, and then just shooting straight to the wall. Again, here we could either do a transom window up top, or we could do a storefront style window. Same over here if this were a separate office, or of course it could be one office. You'd have the same thing where we'd put a window on this wall. Over here you have, if it were to remain open space, you have a library that could exist. These built-ins will stay if that's what somebody would want. You can see the amount of designer light fixtures that are in the space, as well as floods. And then coming back here, there are 2 more ways out the back. The first is over this way. This is just a service corridor, and the service corridor leads to the Winnetka Galleria. So coming out this way, the Galleria is right here, mailboxes, an elevator down to private parking is right over here. Here are the mailboxes over here. And then the restrooms, men's and women's lavatories, Right over here. This is the men's lavatory. And the women's lavatory is finished much the same way. The nice thing about our building is that we have a rear entrance that goes to this municipal parking lot. Now, the nice thing about this municipal parking lot is it's tons of employee parking. The Metra is less than half a block away, but if people do want to drive to work for $10 a year, the aisles at the furthest east and west are all zoned, again, for $10 a year for employee parking. The middle section, which is commuter parking, after 10 a.m. can be customer parking. And then around the L, there's a lot of snow today, so maybe it's hard to see, but around the bend, there's a ton of 90-minute customer parking. Then right over here is our loading dock. There's the overhead door for it. And the loading dock is directly accessible from the space. That's the second entrance from the back. So we're now going to go back into the space from the loading dock. Hi, Holly.
Ooh, let's see how cold it is outside.
That was Holly. She works at Morgan Stanley. Okay, here we are in the loading dock. This door goes down to 800 square feet of storage, which is available for a very inexpensive amount, like $1,100 a month, if somebody just needed a place for storage. And that's accessible from the loading dock and from our underground heated garage. We're back in the premises now, and this is this could be another private office right here, again, or two private offices. You have to picture it with windows on this wall. Over here it would have to be probably transom windows. And then what you have right here is a fully built out kitchenette with dishwasher, refrigerator, sink, and you'd have a nice little lunch area right over here. Or this whole area could be, you know, a lunchroom or, you know, employee rec area if you wanted. If you come back over this way, you're back in the body of the space. So this is 572 Lincoln Avenue, Suite B.